And I would say that if you are taking the CMS, I will really recommend that you do, you know, like when you go to ATI, hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. It's been forever since I posted a nursing video, and I will not leave you guys without a nursing video. So in today's video, I will be sharing with you guys about my pediatric session. It was so much for me since I got a new job, and so it was heavy. That is why I wasn't able to post any video last session. So last session I did pediatrics, so I will be sharing it with you guys. So without wasting much time, let's get into the video. So if you are new to this channel, my name is Jemima. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. So on this channel, I share nursing videos, travel vlogs, lifestyle videos, everything. Food, like everything. So in today's video, as I said earlier, I will be sharing with you guys my pediatric class in Chamberlain University. It was awesome. The class was great. I didn't know I would like pediatrics that much because I don't know, I like kids and all, but then it was so sad for me. But when I started clinicals, I'm like, you know what, it's amazing. I will apply to the Children's Hospital, and I did, and I got a job at the Children's Hospital. I work at the ED. I will be sharing with you guys how working at the ED is like at the Children's Hospital. So stay tuned. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, comment. And this top right now is a Chamberlain University top I got from school, so I decided to throw it on today. Okay, so pediatrics, oh my goodness. So like every Chamberlain nursing clinical class, you start with a medication calculation. So pediatrics started with a medication calculation, which you have to pass with a 19. So it's 20 questions and it's 20 points, and so it's 50 minutes, and so you have to pass with a 19. You have to get a 19 to pass, yeah. And so if you don't get a 19 and let's say get an 18, 15 or whatever, you still can be able to keep your marks, but you have to retake it to get a 19 or a 20. That way then you have passed the class. So even though the class haven't started, you have to pass MedCalc in order to be able to start the class. That's how it works. So from the MedCalc, the class already started. If you pass, then you go on with the class. So you have 3 chances to be able to take the MedCalc and then pass and go on with your class when you are taking a clinical course. And so in pediatrics, we had 4 exams. Too much, but then it was great. So we had exam 1, 2, 3, and then we had a CMS, which it was the final exam that we did on week 8, which was also great. So the exam, you guys, so I already told you that Chamberlain awards 200 points to faculty, and they can do whatever they want with the 200 points. So our instructor did an extra exam. That's why it was 4 exams. And then we had ATI exams, which was core, and then ATI exams, which wasn't core. And then we did a group presentation. So the group presentation, our clinical group, we were about 8 in clinicals. So we did the RUA. If you are in Chamberlain right now, you know the required uniform assignment is in any clinical course. And so with that RUA, you choose the topic which you want to present about and talk about, and then at the end of the session you will talk about it and present in class. So with that, it's your clinical group that you'll be doing that way. So there was a presentation at the end of the session also, which we started working on it at the beginning of the class, which was the beginning of the session. So pediatrics was so great. I really love pediatrics. I honestly didn't think I would love it that much. So moving on to clinicals was also great. Clinicals, we did 6 weeks of clinical, 8 hours, which my clinical was every Friday 3 to 11 at the Children's Hospital. It was great, honestly, trust me. Clinicals was great. So I applied to the Children's Hospital, and I already told you guys that, didn't I? So working at the Children's Hospital to really help me, honestly. Even though I was still under training when I was working at the Children's Hospital, the things that they were teaching in class, like I could relate to it since I was working at the Children's Hospital, which was very great. I really loved it. So Peace was a very great class. There were also simulation day. So in Chamberlain, your simulation day, you have to be in uniform, you present in class, and there will be people that the instructor will choose from the class who will do the simulation. So the simulation is basically like, if depending on the class you're taking, if it's peds, this time it was peds, so it was like another instructor was the mom, and then the mannequin was the baby, which someone else was controlling it and was talking through it. And so you will pretend like the person is sick or whatever, and you're taking care of the patient. So you do that in class, and other people are in class watching it from the simulation lab, which they show it on their taking a video of it, so they will show it on the screen and everybody will be taking part. And so when they come back from the simulation lab, we will discuss about what went on well, what didn't go on well, and then everybody will say how they feel like. And so it was great in peds, and I really loved peds. And so I am thinking about being a peds nurse too. When we were in mental health, you guys remember I was thinking about being a mental health nurse, and now I'm in peace. I'm thinking I'll be a peace nurse. I think I'll just go over all the classes and all the clinicals, and then I think I will decide what I want to be, because any class that is great, I really want to do it, except med surg. No. So after your CMS, whatever you had wrong, you also have to do a critical point sheet for everything. Write 3 critical points for everything that you had wrong. I mean, it's too much, but then you learn a lot while you're doing that. I always use my ATI book for that. The ATI book is on ATI for free. I always buy it on Amazon because I like to read the actual book, but you can also use the one on online too, which is actually great. And then you have to do 3 ALTs depending on whatever you had wrong, and it's great. Doing the ALTs and the critical points actually really helps, so you do that. So in clinicals, you have to submit like how you do it in every clinical, a clinical documentation paper after clinicals. They give you some days to do that, which is actually great. In peds, this was how our clinical documentation paper looked like. So in peds, our clinical documentation paper looked like this. It is actually a lot, I would say, because it was like a 10-page paper, right? And so this was how it looks like. A lot. It is a lot though. It was a 10-page paper, and so it was a lot. But then, I mean, that is all you learned. You have to write everything about your patient, excluding the patient name and age and everything. But then you have an IS bar here. There is your assessment findings, because you have to assess your patient. There's a rhythm strip that you have to look on and then write about. It was a lot. I would say like Peace Clinical is a lot, but I mean, it's great. I liked my clinical instructor, so I would say that Peace overall was a very great class, and I really enjoyed it. So our instructor also awarded some of the points to some of the 200 faculty designated points to in-class activities, which was also very great. So we had 10 points each week doing in-class activities in groups. She also had like mannequins, and then we will see the various diseases and all that, which was actually really great. Honestly, I loved the whole PEDS class. I loved my instructor so much. I loved my clinical group and everything, which was so great. I really enjoyed PEDS as much as I enjoyed mental health. Right now I am in OB. Oh my goodness, OB just started this week. I don't know what to say about OB. Probably I won't like it as much. I don't know, because it's, I don't know, it's just, I'll talk about it after. Probably it's just this week that I have started OB, so I won't get a lot to say about OB, you know. And so let's take it slow. At the end of the session, I'll let you guys know how OB goes. You know, I just don't want to spoil anything for me right now. But then so far it's been 2 times in class, Tuesday and Thursday, and I have clinicals 4 times for OB, because you have to have 44 hours. Some people have 8 hours for 6 weeks, but I have 11 hours for 4 weeks, which is actually great, and I like it that way. Yeah, so thank you guys so much. I know this was a short video. Honestly, there's nothing much to talk about in pediatrics. Nothing really happened in pediatrics. It was a very great class. I really enjoyed it. All that happened was ATI, simulation, medcalc, 4 exam, which included the CMS. And I would say that if you are taking the CMS, I will really recommend that you do, you know, like when you go to ATI and then you go to the dynamic quizzes, you can actually there are 400 quizzes there. You can actually do them little by little. That is what I did. So if you try and do like 50 questions a day, you set it up 20 in the morning and 20 at night or something like that, and practice it over and over again. Most of the dynamic quizzes questions were similar in the CMS, which was actually great. So I would recommend you go over the dynamic quizzes, and it will really help you because it was similar, not the same, but then it was similar. If you have done the dynamic quizzes and you have put it in study mode, don't put it in test mode. So if you put it in study mode, you will be able to go through what, if you got a question correct or wrong, you can actually see why it is this or why it is that, and which will help you like study more. I am so happy right now talking about peace because I really enjoyed it. As I told you guys, I work at the emergency room at the children's hospital here, and I really love it. I will be explaining, and then I will be making a video of how it is like working in the ED. I'm so excited about this content, and I will be sharing with you guys everything that happens working as a PCA in the ED. So watch out for that video. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you for everything, for the messages, the encouragement. Thank you guys for watching out for me. Thank you guys so much. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like button, and yeah, see you in another video. Bye.